What's up, everybody? It's your boy Nick here, and I am here once again for the Grammy Award predictions. Uh, this is the time of year where we look ahead to the new year and the big music ceremony of the year, the 2024 Grammy Awards. Now, nominations are scheduled to be announced this week, so I decided to pop on here real quick to give my predictions on who I think will score a nomination this year for the 2024 Grammys. So without further ado, let's jump right into this presentation. So got the presentation pulled up. Here are the 2024 my Grammy predictions for the 2024 Grammys Awards. The awards that I'm going to be breaking down today are the Record of the Year, the Song of the Year, Best New Artist, and Album of the Year. So first, let's talk about Record of the Year. Now, in this case, I'm talking about like singles, maybe like singles from albums that were released as promotional singles. That's what I think Record of the year is talking about. So the first, there's two parts to this one, okay? So for Record of the Year, we have Anti-Hero from Taylor Swift, Kill Bill from SZA, Flowers from Miley Cyrus, Vampire, Olivia Rodrigo, Fast Car from Luke Combs. Now let's just break this down real quick while I have this first page. Taylor Swift, once I heard the Midnight's album was going to drop, I knew right away she was going to be up for Grammys. SZA, what an incredible year you've had. Second album and not many features, but hey, sometimes you don't need features to score a top selling album. And I highly recommend you guys go check out that album. Flowers, Miley Cyrus, another person who had another shocking year. Her album was really good. Endless Summer Vacation. And then she did the Backyard Sessions. I see Miley getting nominations this year. I think this is her year. But we'll see. Vampire, Olivia Rodrigo. She's a Grammy Awards favorite. Won Best New Artist. And I think Best Pop Vocal Album back in 2022. So she just released her new album this year, Guts. And this was the first song that was released from the album. And it was a hit, nonetheless. Fast Car from Luke Combs, a cover of Tracy Chapman, and this was a really good cover, I gotta say. Luke Combs has been out for a minute, and his singles are pretty good. I just fell in love with this cover. He made it his own, so good job to you, Luke. Okay, next up we have Attention from Doja Cat, Lift Me Up from Rihanna, Superhero, Heroes and Villains from Metro Boomin, Dance the Night from Dua Lipa, and Calm Down, Rima and Selena Gomez. Okay, so Doja Cat, what an incredible year you've had. She just released Scarlet back in September, and I've listened to that album numerous times already. Unfortunately, the album will not be eligible for this year's Grammys. Scarlet will be eligible for the 2025 Grammys. Oh God, we're already at 2025 already. Jesus. But anyway, Scarlet will be up for nominations then. But some of the singles could be up for awards this year. We'll see. Rihanna came back at the end of 2022. Worked on some of the music for Black Panther Wakanda Forever, this being one of the songs. Superhero, Heroes and Villains. Okay, so Metro Boomin, a breakthrough artist from last year. I think he received one nomination this year. Don't know if it was for Best New Artist, but we're gonna see how he does this year. But the album, this was his first album, and it was a lot of collaborations, a lot of good collaborations. He worked on the Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse soundtrack. So he's had a pretty busy year. I could see him getting some Grammy nominations this year, including for some of the, technical categories. Like producing and all that stuff. And then Dua Lipa, the Barbie album was a hit this summer, one of the hit albums this summer. Um, there could be other songs up for this award. I'm not sure, but I know right away this song comes to mind. And Calm Down, nice little catchy song, Afrobeats genre. So I could see Selena Gomez getting her first Grammy nomination on this one. I don't think she's ever gotten Grammy nominations. If she hasn't, this will definitely be the first one. So fingers crossed. Okay, next song of the year. Now these are the songs that everyone was singing this year. So if they were pretty catchy, then chances are they're going to end up on this list. Okay, we have Anti-Hero from Taylor Swift, Kill Bill from SZA, Flowers from Miley Cyrus, Vampire, Olivia Rodrigo, Fast Car, Luke Combs, Need a Favor, Jelly Roll, Tomorrow 2, Glorilla, and Cardi B. Now we've already talked about the first 5, so let's just jump right down to Jelly Roll. Breakthrough country artist this year. Consider him country, or would you consider him Christian rock? That's a good question. Nevertheless, he is one of the breakthrough artists from this year. He what was that song? He released a song like at the end of last year, and it crossed over to this year. Oh, something, Son of a Sinner. Okay, so his first hit single was Son of a Sinner. I think that came out at the end of last year, so it crossed over to this year. And then towards summertime, we got Need a Favor, and that's kind of where I got hooked on Jelly Roll's music. So I think this song in particular needs the Grammy nomination for sure. Tomorrow 2, Glorilla, my girl Glorilla. You had an incredible year. 2022 was your breakthrough year, and you kept it going all year long. You released Anyway Life's Great. That's her debut album. Came out at the end of last year. I pray it gets nominated for Best Rap Album. Fingers crossed. I don't know if they'll pick it for Album of the Year. I'll just tell you that right now. As much as I want her to be in that category, I don't think they're going to do it. But for Best Rap Album, possibly. But she'd be going up against Drake. And, I forgot about Ice Spice. Is it Album of the Year content? Is it Album of the Year worthy? I don't think so. Honestly, I don't. I'll have to think about that. But anyway, yeah, Glorilla. And then Cardi B. Another great year for Cardi B. Something tells me next year she's finally going to work up the courage to get the album out. I think she already has her next album out, like already produced and everything. I just think she's waiting for that right moment to release it. So maybe 2024 will be the year. Next, we have, so here's the other half. We have Paint the Town Red from Doja Cat, Lift Me Up from Rihanna, I See You from Coco Jones, Dance the Night, Dua Lipa, Golden Hour from Jake, Calm Down, Rima and Selena Gomez, and Creepin', Metro Boomin, featuring The Weeknd and 21 Savage. We talked a little bit about Doja Cat in the last part. So did Rihanna. Coco Jones, breakthrough year for R&B artist Coco Jones. She originally started in the Disney Channel movie Let It Shine with Tyler James Williams. So that's where she got her singing start. And then I believe this year she released her debut album, and this being the title track, I See You. So she racked up awards at the BET Awards this past summer, including for Best New Artist. So I could see the Grammys giving Coco Jones some nominations this year. Jake, we haven't talked about him yet. What was he, like a YouTube artist, but gone platinum, basically? Released a few singles towards the end of last year. Somebody played his song at my birthday party, and that's kind of how I discovered him. And then right when 2023 started, that's when I started hearing Golden Hour being constantly played on the radio. So I think he has potential to be Song of the Year. We'll see. And we talked about Metro Boomin a little bit. The Weeknd, it's been busy this year. He worked on his show The Idol. 21 Savage did that album with Drake, Her Loss. That was a really good album. We'll talk a little more about that later. Next, let's talk about Best New Artist. Here are my contenders. We have Ice Spice, which I really didn't consider her for the main four. Well, except New Artist, because I think they will give her a nomination. Yeah, she had some good songs. I think she could be up for Best Rap Album also. So we'll see. Glorilla, we talked a lot about her last year, and this year as well. So she wasn't nominated last year. I'm hoping they're going to give her the nomination this year, just because she released an album at the end of last year. So I'm thinking give her the nomination already. Steven Sanchez, the one who was behind Until I Found You. Nice little swooner song. I think the Grammys like that kind of music, and so I see Steven Sanchez getting this nomination, but also could get Song of the Year or Best Pop Vocal Performance, possibly pop solo performance. We'll have to wait and see. Or traditional pop, we'll see. Renee Rapp. We talked a little bit about her at the Video Music Awards, which I never got to finish doing the VMA stuff. Stuff just kind of got crazy, and then I needed to focus on Big Brother at the time, so it was just a mess. I apologize for that, but we did talk a little bit about Renee Rapp. She was nominated for Best New Artist and Push Artist at the Video Music Awards. She released her debut album this year, and she's got a big plans for 2024. She will be starring in the Mean Girls musical movie, where she will play the one, the only Regina George. So be on the lookout for that. It will be in theaters in January. But I do think Renee Rapp will get a nomination, in my opinion. Coco Jones, we talked a little bit about her already. We've already talked about Jelly Roll. Pink Pantheress. Her hit single this year was Boy's a Liar, Part 2. Well, Boy's a Liar, but then Ice Spice jumped on Part 2. So, and then Kali, a rapper that I saw perform at the BET Awards this summer. No, she was at the BET Awards, and then she was at the Video Music Awards. So, up and coming rap artist. So, I could see her getting a nomination. Next, we have Peso Pluma, huge breakthrough artist in the Latin world. I for sure think he will get a nomination. And then we have Jake. We talked a little bit about him. Flo, my girl's Flo, nominated twice at the Video Music Awards this year, and I really want to see these girls at the Grammys this year. I really do. They deserve to be there. And then Metro Boomin, we talked a little bit about him already. So. All right, now we get to Album of the Year. So let's see. I have 16 albums that are in the running. We start with Midnights by Taylor Swift. For sure, this is getting a nomination. And if it does not, I'm going to be pissed. Because y'all saw what happened when Lover was up for Grammys. She didn't get anything. She got like 1 or 2, but she wasn't even up for Album of the Year. Which hands down, that was probably one of the best albums of all time. Not to mention, we revisited that album this year because Cruel Summer was released this year, and that was from the 2019 album. Sadly, I don't think it'll be up for Grammys because it came out in 2019, but there is something else it'll be eligible for, and we'll talk about that as soon as we reveal the rest of the Album of the Year nominees. SZA for SOS. Again, y'all need to listen to this album. I'm praying I get this album for Christmas. I really want it. I listened to it from start to finish, and I just want to have a vinyl record of it. By the way, both Taylor Swift and SZA both went on tour on their own separate tours this summer. Obviously, we know how the Eras tour went. That was amazing. One of the greatest tours this year, up there with Renaissance, which, by the way, Renaissance uh, filmed a movie. It's more like a documentary, but it's dropping in December in theaters, so y'all get ready for that. And then SZA, she had the SOS tour at the beginning of the year. I watched YouTube videos. It was awesome. Endless Summer Vacation from Miley Cyrus. I do think this album is Grammy worthy. I really do think so. You can tell how much her voice has matured as compared to 15 years ago, back when she did her, I think it was the second Hannah Montana album, Meet Miley Cyrus. You can tell how much her voice has matured since then. So, and then we have Guts from Olivia Rodrigo. I hope it made the cutoff. I don't know. Did it make? Oh, yeah, it did. It made the cutoff by like 1 week. So Olivia's album will be in the running. So yeah, I think she can nab a nomination for sure. Her Loss, Drake and 21 Savage. My favorite song from the album is Rich Flex. So Drake and 21, first off, I wasn't expecting this collaboration at all. I think it came out at the end of last year, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, because we were talking about Drake's album getting nominated again, Honestly Nevermind. And then this album dropped. So I was like, wow. So yeah, Rich Flex is my favorite song from the album. Now, I have to bring up the 2025 Grammys already. Drake just released a new album. I think it's called For All the Dogs. I can already tell that album's gonna get Grammy noms at that point. Also too, going back to Best New Artist, I didn't put Sexy Red, but only because I don't think the Grammys would worship her kind of music. Yeah, but if she does get Best New Artist nominations, I would be so pleased. I would be so happy because Sexy Red had an incredible year this year. So, and she is on Drake's new album. Their song is called Rich Baby Daddy, and SZA is also on that track. And Drake and SZA did another track for that album, Slime You Out. So, we have Gloria from Sam Smith. I want to say Unholy is on that album, but also I'm Not Here to Make Friends. That was another good one this year. And some other ones. And the Grammys seem to love Sam Smith, so I feel like he will get nominated for sure. Black Panther Wakanda Forever. I think this is the one year where I've nominated the most movie soundtracks because I really do think the movie soundtracks killed it this year. In that case, I should have put the Super Mario Bros. Movie, but I didn't. Only because the only thing that pops out would be the Peaches song, which I didn't put it on the Song of the Year list, but however, I think it will get nominated for the visual media categories. So, but it's gonna go up against Lift Me Up. So, good luck. Good luck to Jack Black. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. But anyway, Black Panther Wakanda Forever. I told you Rihanna worked on the album. So, all right, Heroes and Villains from Metro Boomin, his debut album. Very good music. So, okay, this is the third page. Okay, we have One Thing at a Time, Morgan Wallen. I feel like people have moved on from Morgan Wallen's past and have like looked ahead to the future. Because he seems to still be at the top of the charts in the country world and kind of pop in country. So I'm predicting Morgan Wallen's gonna appear on like some of the Billboard end of the year charts and all that. Some of his big hits this year include Last Night, You Proof, some others. I think those were the two that stuck out right away. So, and I'm pretty sure there was a song called One Thing at a Time. So, I don't know. But anyway, I see Morgan Wallen getting nominated, so we'll see. We have Minus from Ed Sheeran. Very good album. The only track that comes to mind is Eyes Closed, which was a really good album. I think this was like a low-key album, kind of, as compared to all his other albums. So we'll see. I see it being nominated for Best Pop Vocal Album. Barbie the album. Okay, as I mentioned, this was probably one of the biggest albums of the summer. A variety of artists and genres compact into this one album. I do think it will be nominated. I am 80% certain this song will be nominated. Do I think it'll win? I don't think so, because there's going to be other contenders too. It's going to be too high for Barbie to catch up. And then we have the Little Mermaid soundtrack. Halle Bailey, her music, her vocals were flawless. It was perfect. And of course, the other artists, Melissa McCarthy and all the others, their performance was really good. So I do think it can get nominated. We'll see. And I'm sorry, I had 15 albums. So next we have Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Various artists, but we know Metro Boomin had his hand on that, and some others too. Next we have Lana Del Rey. Did you know that there's a tunnel under Ocean Boulevard? Oh, that's a mouthful. But the Grammys seem to love Lana Del Rey, especially since I want to say her other album, Norman fucking Rockwell, was nominated last time. And then Witsit Chapel from Jelly Roll. I see this representing the country albums this year, or Christian rock. I'm still debating what genre he is, because I believe Jelly Roll really is one with the churches. He goes to church, and he's very about God. So I could see him being a little bit. I think it's both. It's like a mashup of both country and Christian rock. So all right. So that does it for my picks. Obviously, there's lots more nominations, but we're not going to waste your time with all of those. There's like 100-something categories, and we're only going to talk about the big ones. And we will talk about those in December in my nominations reveal, my nomination reactions video coming in December. But this Friday, November 10th, go to youtube.com or the Grammys website, watch the live stream, and you will see the 2024 Grammy Award nominations be revealed. They start early in the morning, I believe, so I have to double check the time. But it will be on YouTube. So if you miss it at the beginning, you can just go back and watch it whenever. And mark your calendars, because the 2024 Grammys are coming Sunday, February 4th. That's 1 week before Super Bowl 58. It's going to be at 8:00 p.m. Eastern time, or it's going to telecast across all time zones. So 8:00 Eastern, it will be 5:00 p.m. here in the West Coast on CBS and Paramount Plus. Now, some big news. It's that time. Once again, folks, best of 2023. Yes, we are at November. We are getting close to the finish line, which means it is time to open up the big songbook and look at the list of songs we've been keeping track of all year long. I want you to send me your favorite songs of the year to my email, nickmorales2012@gmail.com. And I'm going to how do I say it? I'm going to put together a list of the 100 greatest songs of the year, which will lead us into my next announcement, the Nick Picks Top 100 of 2023. Join us for the week-long countdown early this year, Monday, December 18th through Friday, December 23rd. We're going to spend 5 days counting down 100 songs. I will give you my feedback on all the 100 songs we did this year, or I listened to a lot of songs this year, but these 100 were the top of the top. So be on the lookout for that. Get ready for a week's worth of celebration of music from this past year as we look ahead to 2024. So I am looking forward to that. And that does it for our Grammy predictions. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate this. Get ready because the Big Brother recap show is getting ready for the season finale of Big Brother 25. We have our season finale kickoff show this Thursday, November 9th, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 3:30 p.m. Pacific time. So get ready for that. It's going to be a blast. And then we're going to, after Big Brother's over, we're going to shift our focus and get ready for the end of the year with our big 100 Songs of the Year countdown and looking ahead to the Grammy Awards. So, but yeah, that does it for me. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you later.